We are a social media marketing firm focused on profiling the top businesses in Las Vegas. We're here with Gina Lasta and Rob Ponte from Sinner Magazine. These two interesting and creative minds are going to give us an inside scoop on the risky topics from our Sin City locals. I also gained greater insight into the not-so-obvious Vegas culture. Thank you for having me here today, Gina. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I moved to Vegas about 6 years ago, and I moved in '06. And I just came from an advertising and publishing background. I actually worked at Shape Magazine for about 7 years. I've always kind of just been a free spirit, creative soul, and always wanted to do my own thing.
That sounds fun. Can you tell me something that none of your colleagues know about you?
I don't think there's anything possibly that would surprise any of them.
Listen, just happen.
Yes.
Were you all friends before Sinner Magazine?
The other members of the magazine I was friends with, but Rob came into the circle from a mutual friend, and then we've just become really good friends since then.
Do you guys model after any other magazine, or you kind of want to make this one your own?
We're absolutely our own. We don't follow any rules whatsoever. When we did a story on downtown, the new downtown, which is the Smith Center, the government building, and the World Market and all that stuff, you know, I think everybody would take the route of just going down there and photographing it. Well, we built the buildings out of construction paper, including the Lou Ruvo Institute, which was not easy. And then we did it all night, and then Pawnee went through and just drew all the windows and put all the detail on it.
What are your top priorities when deciding what goes into Sinner Magazine?
Very important to me is that whatever we're writing about is something that we truly believe and something that we really like. We will never put anything that we feel is like off-brand for us or doesn't fit into our demographic, because we feel that credibility is everything. And I feel that a lot of the magazines in this town are so advertorial run that nobody believes the bullshit anymore.
You guys have probably seen some crazy stuff, trying to find topics. What is the weirdest thing that you've seen?
One of the things that we really pride ourselves on in the magazine as well is we try to create this community within. And so every month we do, or every issue, we do this thing called Sinner Says. And there are these sayings that organically grow during the making of an issue. You know, Pawnee's known in our group as the cartender because we'll go to bars and stuff and Pawnee will have a full trunk of booze and we drink out of his car.
Looking onto your website, you guys have a bunch of different topics, from adrenaline junkie to drug addiction to addicted to tattoos. Can you tell me a little bit about those topics?
That was actually from our last issue. We did the Vice issue. And so it covered all the different addictions. The entire issue was about addiction, whether it was addiction to shopping or addiction to tattoos or addiction to adrenaline. Like, this is the real Vice City, I think. And so that was our Vice issue. And so on our website, because that was the most current issue, that's what it all is. So before that issue, we did a downtown issue, so everything was downtown related.
In the adrenaline junkie topic, there was something I found very interesting. You guys had an infographic of safe ways to use drugs. Can you explain a little bit about that?
There's so many drugs out there, and you're instilled like all the things that you learn in DARE, obviously you unlearn. And so what we wanted to do was kind of put out a guide for drugs based on the duration of how long a drug lasts, the intensity, the side effects, the street names. So it's actually kind of like for anybody who's never done drugs or anything, it was very informative.
So what has changed over the years with Sinner Magazine?
We took the size of the magazine, which was full size. It was like a 9x11. And now it's actually 6x6. It's a mobile magazine, and everything has QR codes so that if you're engaged by the pictures and the headlines, you could use your smartphone to click it, and then it'll take you to so you can still read your online content, but you also have it with you. You can carry it with you. It's not a bulky piece, and and we're able to save on print as well. So I think that that's by far the biggest thing that has changed is just readers' behaviors. I mean, mainly that's a big thing.
Did you guys always have a website for Sinner Magazine?
We did. I would say, I mean, Rob was the guy that came on like pretty early in the game and started taking care of our website and stuff.
You guys are a magazine that lives by no rules. I'm sure there are a ton of misconceptions. Can you give us one of the main misconceptions?
I think the most common thing is the name. A lot of people think Sinner could be either sacrilegious or something bad, and it's not necessarily anything good. If you come from New York, you're a New Yorker. Well, if you come from Sin City, you're a sinner. That's how we look at it. So I think that that's the biggest misconception, is that it sounds a lot worse than it is.
Starting a business and a magazine is hard work. What kind of advice would you give to anybody out there trying to do the same thing?
Passion is everything. I mean, without passion, this magazine would never see the light of day. Like, it is 100% run on passion because, we do it because we love it, and whatever you're covering, I think the best advice to give to somebody that was going to start a magazine is know what you're talking about and love it and be ready to give up everything to do it.
So how do you guys make money off of Sinner?
For me, especially, I do not do it for the money, and I should be doing it for the money, but I think that that's my soul, is that looking at all these other magazines that are doing a lot of editorial, like, kudos to them because they are making money, but I can't sleep at night knowing that I wrote about something because I got paid for it.
How many issues have you released?
We just put our last one made our 6th issue. That was our 6th issue that we put out.
And for each issue, how many magazines do you guys print out?
We usually try to go between 2,000 and 5,000.
2,000 to 5,000, that's a lot. Do you guys have a certain place you target?
Definitely all the places like, hipster, downtown, art, places like that's a lot of it. Also just a lot of the restaurants and boutiques and stuff that people our age would shop at, our target demographic.
So you're talking a lot about this culture in Vegas. You tell me in your words how you find the culture unique.
There are some people that have come here and have jobs on the strip and, do the 9-to-5 thing and work for hotels. But generally, that's not the culture in Vegas. The culture is either you have a day job and then you have a passion project. I think that's a big thing here. Like, almost everybody I know has a regular job and then has, like, something that they really care about after hours.
Thank you so much for chatting with us today. How can people get a hold of you?
Of course, we're on Facebook. So facebook.com/sinnermag, and our website is sinnermag.com, and you can find us on Twitter, all that stuff, but sinnermag.com.
We're on everything.
Yeah.
Sinnermag.com, or you can pick up one of our magazines if you're hanging out downtown. You may have to look for it, but
Yeah.
And now, back to the music.
Thank you for watching Las Vegas Revealed. I'm Angel French. If you'd like to be the next business profiled on Las Vegas Revealed, contact us directly.